Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Craft on Your Own. This is Teja Reddy, software developer. So today I have brought another demo on using Atlassian MCP server to create the Confluence pages, basically technical documentation of your APIs. I know the most frustrating job of a software developer is creating the technical documentation manually. So today let's break that cycle and let's start automating this technical documentation creation via GitHub Copilot using Atlassian MCP server. Some of us still have to do the technical documentation manually, although we have the Swagger Open API to create the technical documentation of your APIs. But in most of the companies, the stakeholders wants to have the separate documentation in your Confluence page or in your wiki pages where you have to do this documentation manually. So let's break this cycle and let's get started on how we can utilize Atlassian MCP server. To get started with, we required some instruction to a Copilot because you can't just say create a Confluence page documentation. So it needs some instructions so that it could give you the best output. So in the GitHub folder, if you see, there are multiple folders like agent instructions, prompts, and skills here. So I have the Confluence instructions right here. So basically, this is designed for .NET APIs, where you can create your own for your own workspace or tech stack. If you need any help, please comment. I'll be able to help in any way I could. So add the instructions to your Copilot. I'm using the Grokcode fast one. I am using just the fast model because I don't want to waste any time here. So want the best output, use GPT 5.2 or Claude Opus 4.5 to get the better results. Jumping there, I would like to show what I have in my Confluence site currently. If you see there, under the spaces, I have this software development space, and there is other space as Teja, which is me. So under the software development space, if you look at, all I have is like 3 templates, and there is a API documentation page. So under this API documentation, if you see, I have all the documentation for all the controllers in my workspace here. So to demo this, I'll delete it. Okay. If you see there, I'm deleting it completely. Yes, there is no longer any documentation here. So let's get back to the Copilot and give it with the instructions to work on. So I have given a simple instruction to create 2 to 3 controllers at once. Start with bot API controller and admin API controller, and it will choose one of its choice. So let's get started with it. So basically, I have an instruction prompt here. So it says that you are a technical business analyst and a .NET API architect. Your goal is this: to analyze this workspace, map all API controllers and data transfer objects to generate a comprehensive hierarchical documentation set on Confluence using the available Atlassian MCP tools. This is simple instructions. Strategy is live documentation, where if you see in the Confluence page, there are different kind of documentations. There is an execution plan, how to discover and what is the hierarchy of your controllers. The technical deep dive would be to iterate per controller, find your sub pages, sub endpoints, your DTOs, etc., and create the documentation. I have specified what should be the output response, what should you have to analyze in it, so that I mean basically how you want your technical documentation to be, seen Exactly. You can even give your examples or your previous documentation to it as an example, as a reference, so that it could create the better response for you. These are all the tools currently available for the Atlassian MCP server. If you see, create Confluence page, get Confluence page, etc. Finally, it says I've successfully created Confluence documentation for the learner website API. I found Confluence space software development, created a root documentation page as API documentation, which is the main index, and documented 3 controllers as requested. I focused on bot API controller, admin API controller, user API controller. So let's get there and see, is it actually created something, and is it actually makes sense how a technical documentation look like. If you see, this is exactly what I needed. Like, what is the endpoint? What are the request parameters? Response body or output should be exactly, and the example response, everything. It is absolutely, the way I needed it, and it has done a tremendous job. Please do like and subscribe my channel to get more updates on the AI utilization integration into your software development cycle and to get more productive than ever before. Thank you for watching my video. See you till next time.